Josh, I know you came up playing sports. And Kay, I know your son plays sports, but like I find sports is a great, maybe not equalizer, but opportunity to give these kids some of those foundational skills when it comes to like how to deal with other people. Like if you're playing ball and you get fouled hard, like how do you react after the fact? And all these little moments, I've found my son has developed more patience with people and been able to kind of manage situations a lot more effectively than before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think age and maturity come into play as well. But like personally, I've found that to be super helpful. So I mean, Josh, I don't know in your experience if that's been similar.
I look forward to I don't know it all, firsthand. My kids are still very little. My daughter is just starting to pick up sports. I'm forcing my sons into things, but there hasn't been that situation where they can learn and grow. But I know it to be true. I mean, my life would be drastically different without sports. I mean, and to your point, just the learning how to identify different characters and reactions. And I think there's very few things like team sports that can teach your kids how to socially interact and how to understand what's appropriate and what's not. So, first priority for me as a dad is make sure my kids, each of them, play team sports, at least one. So, and I was I was learning from you because you seem like you're heavy down the sports train. Yeah, remember during our lunch, I'm
Yeah.
asking all the questions like, all right, so how did you do that? How do you get them? How do you get them in here?
Yeah. So now I got a high school. She's approaching. She's about to be a senior. And she got some D3 schools looking at her for ball, and she's kind of being picky. And I'm like, okay, be picky. Don't worry about the sport necessarily being the reason why you go to college.
Hmm.
Concern yourself more with the environment that you feel most comfortable in, and then if you really want to play, like work your butt off to try to walk on or whatever. If there's no match, right? But but sports, a lot of, and I was having this conversation earlier this week, like a lot of parents, unfortunately, they look at the sport as the most important thing and forget about a lot of the other things. And I feel like that's when sports kind of loses some of its value, where you're just looking at that as a meal ticket to go pro when the odds are really against, you. So you got to kind of plan, make it be more fun and learning versus like this is the meal ticket. So I kind of try to coach her in that direction, but managing a schedule with kids who are athletes is
Yeah.
bro. How did your parents do it? Because I bet you not just you came up playing sports in your household.
No, me and my brother, played. So we're all 3 years apart, but but I the time, it wasn't as much of a time thing as it is for us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we didn't have like batting coaches and shooting coaches and trainers and psychologists. Like it was, you played for fun on the court, and then you played for fun at home, and then you played for fun, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
in the games. And you used to walk yourself to practice, or I mean, I remember carrying my football pads, basically a mile here and that, there and back. I remember hitching rides, wherever possible. Both my parents worked, so I don't think there was as much time. It just wasn't as like, it wasn't that serious for us. And it was more serious for that reason, because it was something it wasn't work. It was like a joy. And that's what I mean, my big takeaway as I raise these kids is like, let me take the pressure off until they get into high school. Play whatever you want, just play as many things as you want, just play. Like I'm not doing the coaches. I'm going to try to, I'm not there yet, but my goal is to try to like not jump in, with both feet to like travel leagues and stuff like that. Should they be good? Like I want them to just play multiple sports. I'm like all in on fun, and then also making an athlete, not somebody who's good at a sport. And I think that's a key difference in my growing up, and I would hope that it would translate to the kids as well.
What do you guys think about
Hyper specialization is just a disease.
And higher risk of injuries when you're
Oh
super
yeah,
focused onto one sport.
yeah.